Hi everyone, my name is Fred Xu. In this video, I will present my research on microaggression in academia, addressing systemic inequalities. This topic is based on an in-depth analysis of microaggressions faced by racialized and indigenous faculty in Canadian universities, using critical theories to understand and address these challenges. Microaggressions is a part of everyday racism, a subtle, unconscious form of everyday discrimination that devalues others based on their race, identity, or education, and manifests itself in many ways in academic settings. While they may seem minor, their cumulative effects can be deeply harmful. This presentation builds on Tamara and Brenda's study in 2019. Tamara and Brenda investigate and interviewed 13 racialized and indigenous faculty members from different fields in Canadian universities. They explored implicit and explicit racism and colonialism in academia. Canadian universities still use meritocracy or colorblind diversity, inequality under policies committed to equality, inclusion, and diversity. They revealed everyday racism, especially micro-discrimination. The academic environment is regulated by whiteness and Eurocentrism, overt racism, and additional monetary service work without counting towards job promotion. I also draw insights from works by Cabot, Hooks, and Ferrari, whose critical series offer valuable frameworks for analyzing and addressing systemic inequalities. Microaggressions are often rooted in implicit biases shaped by social norms and academic culture. Hooks criticized this phenomenon, arguing that the banking system of education reinforces hierarchical thinking, socializes students and teachers, and dehumanizes them, thereby reinforce stereotype and prejudice. The marginalization of faculty views and the struggle to survive in oppressive space are also the same experience described in the oppressive structure of education that regulate certain voices to position of invisibility. The challenges of intersectionality described in Hooke's critical of academic institution aligned with the cumulative effects of inclusion detailed by Muhammad and Begin. Kuiper argues that a structural functionalism epistemology dominates academic institutions, characteristics that prioritize hierarchy, maintains the status quo, and fail to engage in critical reflection on race, identity, and power dynamics view diversity as a logistic issue rather than an issue that requires systemic change. The oppressor and oppressed dichotomy also explain how microaggressions function as a power tool. Those in privileged positions often unconsciously use microaggressions to remind marginalized individuals of their subordinate status in order to maintain dominance. Here are my solutions and theories to addressing microaggressions. Ferrari mentioned a framework for raising awareness of microaggressions through critical dialogue by constructing and fostering spaces where individuals can openly discuss and praise microaggressions. It can foster conscientization, a critical consciousness that leads to collective action against oppression mantrays. Hooke's participatory pedagogy emphasized the importance of holistic education that respects the humanity of all participants. Participatory teaching can be applied in classroom and workspace to change dominant stereotypes by developing inclusive lessons related to regionalized and capturing diverse perspectives. Universities must create an environment where government bodies such as teachers' councils must set up programs to connect marginalized teacher practice and support them and restore them their lost rights. Capper's research suggests that institutional change must occur by addressing the root structures of microaggressions and shifting from structural functionalism to a critical epistemology of inclusion and equity. Develop clear case-by-case analysis, report and implementation mechanisms, attempt to disassemble oppressive leadership system, and regularly audit institutions to prevent the recurrence of microaggression. In conclusion, microaggressions are not just isolated incidents, but symptoms of deeper systemic inequalities in academia. Addressing them requires both reflective action and structural change. As Hooks mentioned, education can only be liberatory when everyone claims knowledge as shared labor. This means fostering inclusivity in every aspect of academia, teaching, leadership, and institutional policies. I also prepared 2 multiple choice questions on WooClap. Here are the codes, and I will put the correct answer on the last page of the PowerPoint. Thank you for listening.